and welcome to episode 78 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Crewe Alexandra. Now we're only going to cover one game in this episode, but it's a big one for a certain amount of my players. The youngsters that might not become great before we finish the series. Now we have so many of these come through Youth Squad Legends that just aren't there at the right time. And they're going to be great players in the future, but our story finishes before theirs really begins. This team, however, has done something quite remarkable and got to the final of the EFL Cup. Now, it doesn't matter what they do against Bournemouth now, it's a celebration for those guys. I've made this team up. We've also got a few on the bench. In the EFL Cup run, they have been accompanied by some kind of more experienced player through the side. Maybe like a Malachius Jr. I think Lapravot stood in a couple of times. But right now they are on their own for the final. And it will be their trophy if they can somehow defeat Bournemouth. Now let's take a look at the squad report. I'll just go through these players in a little bit of detail. We're going to have the game full, like a Champions League final. This is their Champions League final. A few reasons for it. Firstly, I didn't have that much sleep, and there's no excuse for that, but there you go. It's one of the reasons why I've decided only to play one game, because I don't feel like my kind of commentary skill would sustain for a long period of time. Secondly, it's substantially important to these players, and I don't want them to get forgot like every other youngster that never really makes it because we don't have the time for them. Say for instance Shuttleworth at Burton Albion, cult hero, but everybody else forgets about him. So let's go through these players. Also, one more thing. It seems like it's not one of my days, okay? The luck is not on my side. Yeah? First time trying to record this. I'm doing it in one take, hopefully. First time trying to record this. I got everything set up and I didn't give the captaincy to Egbe. So I was like, oh, that's terrible. Forfeit the match, reload the save, give Egbe the captaincy, start again. Then we got into the game and we were losing 2-0, so actually this has dropped into my favour. As we were doing the half-time subs, I accidentally stick Egbe on the substitutions and then the captaincy goes again. So it's like, well, and you can't not give Egbe the captaincy out of the players that we've got right now in the squad. It was quite a lame excuse to reload a match, but that's what happened, unfortunately. And what an absolute idiot I felt when I accidentally stuck him in the subs. But beautiful and brilliant idiot I was as we avoided that 2-0 loss. So let's have a look at these players. Anyway, as you just heard, I was losing 2-0. So this game is not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination. The AI do depreciate a lot with the quality of opposition they're against. However, it's still a team with Benicophobia up front, and that's pace, a lot of pace. 5 midfielders, 1 playing deep, so it's going to be a really tight defence to try and break open. Also, our forwards aren't the best. McEachran, I feel like McEachran gets a lot of stick. Can I just point out that McEachran is one of them players, he could be like Nick Williams, you've just got to be a bit patient. Nick Williams from Yeovil Town, if no one remembers, he scored twice in the Champions League final and won Yeovil the Champions League. You just got to be patient with him. People say, oh, you could have kept Stuckey and not had McEachran. McEachran's going to be a good player. You know that. He's growing, he's an exciting prospect, he's 6'6", he's got decent skill moves and weak foot. I mean, he is the package. But if we go up to the top, McMahon is a beautiful keeper. Done wonders in League One and the Championship. Quality average rating throughout the competitions that he's played. So it'd be nice to see him in the first team of a cup-winning side, hopefully. And we've got Toby Martin, not really interested in this player. Got to be honest, contract expiring. He's one of the weaker players in the side, maybe if not the weakest. And I don't think we'll be renewing his contract. He's been alright in the EFL Cup. He's played 3 times with 2 clean sheets. Octavio Palacios, well, he is one of the better stories that came out of the Peru live streams and the Peru scouting that we did because of that. Excuse me. EFL Cup, 5 appearances, 1 goal as well. I don't know where that goal came from, and 3 clean sheets. I apologise for not remembering that goal. Tatsui Yamura, I mean, he's done alright. He's not played that much. I can't remember him that much. There he is, 52 plus 1. He can't be that bad because I forgot about him, so he must have done his job, if you know what I mean. Just think about it that way. Godwin Egbe, wonderful player, isn't he? He's gone up 5 in acceleration, which is awesome. He's played 4 games in the EFL Cup, and I've used him sporadically in the Premier League, keeping 2 clean sheets in his 5 games, which is not bad. Telmo Abelardo. Now, I think this player, and this is a bold claim, this player is the closest that we've got to Malachias Jr. in terms of the way he passes the ball, how he sits, how he dictates and reads the play especially. I think he's going to be a very good player even in a couple of seasons' time when the last season will start. If you don't know what about what's happening in Youth Squad Legends, this is going to be the penultimate season of this series, Crewe Alexandra. And then we're going to take like a 1 or 2 season break to bump up the stats of a couple of players that you think are just rated more than what they are right now in the Crewe Alexandra save. Say, for instance, Malachias Jr., Macias, Muller. Muller's not going to be really a problem. But Macias and Malachias Jr., they'll be more of a project rather than Muller. And they're long-term projects, of course. Papa Baby as well. I'd love to see Papa Baby at least an 80 overall. So there it is. Telmo Abelardo could be the next Malachias Jr. We're nurturing him very well. And also another product of that Peru scouting system that we put in place. And that kind of worked. It really worked. Really did. Dennis Zimmerman, potential to be special. Played twice in the EFL Cup. 1 goal as well, with an average rating of 7.5. Do you need to say any more? He is very special. He is the next Payar, even though Payar is very young himself. Payar's going to be on the bench. I don't think he's going to feature. But he is kind of the person they look up to. He has been through this. Once upon a time, he was terrible. And I even said it myself. He was terrible. But he's finding his feet. And he's looking every bit of a player compared to others that have got way better overalls. I think, actually, saying that, Payar's like a 77 now, but say 79s. I know a couple of wingers on 79 that just aren't Payar. We played Payar mostly on the wing when he was younger as well. And I think Payar was better like that. Just remarkable, isn't it? So yeah, Dennis Zimmerman, not really you can say about this guy because he is going to be something else. Even in a couple of seasons' time, you will see him play. So we got Cohen Tremblay. I've been using him in the Premier League. He's not had a great average rating in the Premier League, but in the EFL Cup, he's been superb. He's got a goal and 2 clean sheets in his 3 games. Now, clean sheets might not be a worry for you guys, for wingers, but for me, I think the 4-2-4, especially, them wingers have got to be attacking, but they've got to do their job at the back. Now, it might not be as prevalent in this game, maybe not even in FIFA 16, but back in FIFA 15 when I was playing with Burton Albion, I chose Daniel Volker because of his defensive skills other than Shuttleworth on that side, or someone else on that side, because he could do it. He was prepared to defend as well as attack, and showing that clean sheets of 2 on that right-hand side, he's doing his job. Well done. Colin Tremblay, I really like this guy. Reynaldo, it's not happened for Reynaldo yet, but I'm still hopeful that it will. He's played 5 times in the EFL Cup. He's averaged, an understandable 7.0. I think his 2 starts in the Premier League must have been off the bench. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. If he does do something in this final, which will be the first time that he's done something at all. I mean, he has made an assist, to be fair. If he does do something in this final, then we are definitely going to give him a new contract. There will be no questions asked. Then Ryan McEachran, we've just talked about this guy. Stop giving him stick. Also, before I forget, a lot of comments saying that I missed out the Stucky chant in the last episode when we were having that sing-along. I didn't miss it out. I wasn't going through the chants in any kind of order, just the ones that came to head. I think we missed out the Squeezy chant as well. The Tremblay chant we didn't sing, I'm pretty sure. So it wasn't anything to do with Stucky. Alright, I love Stucky a lot more than Ryan McEachran at this point, but I'm thinking about the club's long-term future is better in the hands of Ryan McEachran than Theo Stucky. That's it. That's how managers play things. I know I'm not Alexander Rosenberg, but I'm playing the hands of Alexander Rosenberg. There you go. Lorenzo Bacca is our left winger for this game, but he is obviously a right winger position-wise. I don't know, he's got some decent stats. He hasn't shown it that much. He's got 1 clean sheet out of his 3 appearances. I mean, it's nice. It's nice having a name like that. Okay, he is Dutch. And Lorenzo, obviously, doesn't sound much like a Dutch name. So it feels like this kid has got, like, kind of maybe Italian-born parents that moved to the Netherlands or something like that. It makes it a bit more interesting than your normal Ryan McEachran. That's very, very terrible. Dennis Zimmerman. That's very German. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least there's some kind of feeling within this, a connection, because unique names like this one gives you a better connection to these players, and you've hardly seen that in FIFA 17 because all the names are very, very similar. We had like 2 Thomases coming up. Actually, to be fair, secretly, I removed a Thomas from the scout reports after I'd promoted the other Thomases because I just wasn't prepared to bring up another Thomas because it's like, oh, it's the Thomas triplets, isn't that amazing? It's not amazing anymore because the name pool's just shrunk to a level that is just ridiculous. So, on the bench, I think, yeah, let's have a look at this. So we've got Brian Jackson, Ludovic Payot, we've got Nerona, Cano, Schaefer, and more. Now, Cano, let's talk about the goalkeeper for a little bit. He's been alright. Every time I played him, he's been alright. One time, kept a clean sheet. Sure, I played him another time. Did I play that European Shield game? Was he in the team last season? Anyway, that EFL Cup tie must have been alright. 7.4 average rating and a clean sheet. It's a shame, but I mean, like, let's be honest, pecking order for goalkeepers, McEachran is 2nd, Cano is 3rd, and right at the top is Yogerty Powers Muller. And it's going to stay like that till the end of the series. That is it. Muller might make a mistake, but we know that he can produce moments of Yogerty magic. I was going to say something other than Yogerty, but I couldn't think of any other word that described yogurt as much as yogurt. There you go. Creamy goodness. Christoph Schaefer, it's a shame that we got someone like him at left back. I mean, I think I might play him at right back halfway through the game because he is a decent player after all, but he's like, basically he's about that close to Egbe in terms of quality, but the name takes it to about that far. He's literally a mile away. Well, technically, this is not a mile away, but you know what I'm saying? Like, from that to this. From that to this. Because the guy that is ahead of him is called Godwin Egbe. Eh? Insane. We talked about Payard's influence on this team. Brian Jackson doesn't play that much. Nerona, very good. Good production. Only 5'11", that's surprising. From Portugal. And then we've got Alexander Moore here that hasn't played at all. I don't think he'll play in this game because I want to celebrate the guy's run in the EFL Cup. And he does make the bench because he is a youngster, but he hasn't done anything to help the run in the EFL Cup. So that is all. That is all from the Crewe Alexandra team. Now I need to load this up and give Bournemouth the same team that I did earlier on. Just hopefully it's not the same result. Anybody who thought why he's getting the second team up, the opposition team up so he can change it, well, here it is. You just apply a different controller and set it up to the other team. Now go to team management. This is not going to be a tutorial, guys. What I went for, Coggle off. We went for Tyrone Mings at centre back because I'm pretty sure he's played there. He's 6'5". Like, he's not going to hurt the team by playing there. They were going to start a central defensive midfielder, Regen. And I thought because it was the EFL Cup, I'm going to stick him at CDM. I'm going to put Hindman on so it improves the side. And that is the team that we were going to roll with. There was not that much improvement that we could have made. Of course, oh, hello, Nick Powell. Nick Powell. They've got Nick Powell. Wow, that is surprising. Well, Nick Powell doesn't work in the side anyway. Because the two centre mids, well, they've got higher overalls. And I do really want to play the Regen. I mean, the EFL Cup is all about promoting youngsters and that. So, I mean, it would be a bit wrong if they had their full first team out. Anyway, like I said, it didn't look like it hindered them one bit. So that is the team that plays for Bournemouth. Apologies if you are kind of a purist on these kind of situations. Even if Egbe lost the captaincy, then you just should carry on. Nah, in the world of Youth Squad Legends, the heroes need to be captains. And if this kind of team, I mean, we still had 45 minutes to go. I mean, we weren't that far out of the game. If this team can somehow pull off a miracle, then it'll be an iconic moment in Youth Squad Legends. And look at the state of it, to be fair. Go on, Egbe. Let's carry on. I think this is the third time that we've been at Wembley. Alright? The third time. And actually, saying that, if we had lost and that recording would have stayed, unfortunately it didn't, that would have been the first time that we'd lost in a final since Chesterfield. We really turn it on in finals, really turn it on. It would have been a breath of fresh air, it could still be a breath of fresh air. I'm going to shut up now because I'm going to let you watch the introductions. We lost, by the way, Coventry City playoff finals to the Championship.
Yeah, big trophy these days, isn't it? Big trophy, full house. This should be a cracker.
It's Bournemouth playing today against Crewe Alexandra. Crewe Alexandra, they're in fine fettle and looking for another win after that home success against Hull City.
Yeah, surprisingly so, 4-1. But they're full of it at the moment. I think they might get themselves another win here.
He's one I know Alan's keeping an eye on here.
Not bad at all. 4 goals in his last 3 games. Another danger man to keep an eye out for.
Bournemouth are going to go with this team today. He looks as though the manager's set up a team here. Whatever happens, we're not going to be beaten today.
Does look that way, doesn't it? And I hope it's not a dull affair, this, because we've seen these managers set up teams in the past and just concentrating on a clean sheet.
This is the lineup.
Like Dennis Zimmerman egging the players on in the team huddle as we get warmed up, prepared for this final. Seems like Eddie Howe has drawn the short straw in the scanned faces. I need to pause the game because I need to sort out select sides. Just move that. And here we go. For 90 minutes of pulsating EFL Cup football. It's all gone wrong already. But it's alright. If I mess up Egbay's captaincy, we can start again anyway. It's fine. I'm not going to do that, thanks. Zamora. At least I try not to do it. Go on, lad. That being said, I know many people in the comment section will be like, oh, you're a cheater. Please don't think of it like that. I could have easily said, hello and welcome to episode 78 and not said a single thing. But I'd like to be honest with you guys. It's a story as much as it is entertainment and trying to build that barrier between virtual world and real life. So it might not be a lucky day for me, but effectively, if we win this game, it will be a lucky day for Crewe Alexandra. A Belledo. Anyway, forget about the old game. It's all about this game now. Yamura to Zimmerman. We started off really positively. Just keep passing it around. I've said on many occasions that this team, the youngsters, know how to pass on the floor. Which is remarkable that some of the first team players have not been able to grasp that yet. Palacios, or the ones that are on the fringe. At least I have found about 10 players apart from Elliot Wharton that know how to pass. And Elliot Wharton's there obviously because he is just unbelievable at finishing. I'll try and not make it a drab final for you guys. You don't want that, but I want to give these players the best opportunity they possibly can of winning their silverware. Not the first team's, their silverware. They've done it from start to finish. With a little help from the likes of Malachias Jr. Some experience along the way. But not much help. And they overcame the power of Chelsea in the last round. So if you realise, oh, that was a bad pass. But Belledo pushed it away. Gotta get this back quick before they get to Benicofobia. I was just about to talk about Benicofobia, and there is Egbay. Wonderful work, but he's well out of position. So Afobe's coming into this match at a ridiculous goal-scoring form. Egbay, stop it. He's getting a bit nervous, and you don't want that from your captain. Keeper. It's definitely going over the keeper's head as we see the first proper attack from Bournemouth. Very unlucky. Very unlucky from McMahon. He made the save, strong wrist, but it just plunged up into the air. Plunged? Yeah, that makes sense. Plunge is more going down, but there you go. Barrow's there to plunge it in. Shame. Amazingly, I know I wasn't going to talk about the last game yet, but this guy scored the first goal in the last game, so nightmares are happening in my head. Warning signs. Oh, it's alright. It's fine. It doesn't matter if we lose this. I know it's like one of them soppy comments. I'm proud of the lads. I am genuinely. It literally doesn't matter. How they got to a final anyway is... I thought it was worthy of an episode. Even though the situation that I was in today has made it more so. The fact that, I mean, honest with you guys again, like, FIFA isn't giving me the same buzz as it used to do. Like I said that in the comment section. It will come back, of course it will come back, it comes back for everybody. But right now, they need to do huge improvements, and year after year, it seems like career mode YouTubers are just stuck in the same predicaments. Lorenzo back there. Nearly made me choke on my own words. And what a chance we had there. And Kafobi looks like he's offside. My eyes are watering because of that. Great opportunity.
Looking good, this move.
Ryan McEachran with the good turn. He's actually kept hold. Oh, McEachran. Oh, well done. Going through 1, 2, 3 players. So he does have something. Not like he's just a name, a number. He's put on this team for a reason. And I tell you what, I'd back him more in front of goal than our other striker today. In fact, the strike department is one of the weakest in the team. And I actually don't know if I've got another striker on the bench, which is worrying. My initial squad had Bonaventura on the bench. I don't know if I've done it now. McEachran. Here's Reynaldo. It's back to McEachran. It's just 1-2s with the strikers. It's going to drop to Zimmerman. Oh! Why is it Igbe? Igbe's got to get back. We're going to go on to defensive because, well, a phobe's enough to give you nightmares through the pace. Yamura and Palacios haven't got that kind of pace. As he's just cruising through. Great save, McMahon, down at his near post. So possession so far has been really good. It's usually not that great at all. It's never as close to that. So in fact, it's nowhere near close to that. It's a surprise when it gets to 50, but I feel like we've got to build our way through in this game. I know sometimes... Oh, look at that for a wonderful save by McMahon. I know sometimes you have to play differently. The best results are probably going to be consistent performances. But these guys are so good at playing it down on the floor. It would be a waste to play some kind of counter-attack football. I do feel like these guys do play a different style to the first team. They seem to be going on a counter-attack. Nah, I'm not going to do that. McEachran playing very deep here. Needs to go up. Oh, it's already half-time. Are you serious? Well, that went so quick. That went so quick. Maybe I should have gone for the break. I didn't even look at the time. That is surprising. That is shocking, even. So there you go. I'm not going to change it yet. I'm shocked. Maybe because we just kept the ball so much that the time went down quicker than it normally does. Because there's not that many stoppages. Reynaldo. Go on then. Yeah. Oh, it's just too heavy for McEachran. I'm going to have to push and take more riskier passes now. Oh, Yamura, you got to be careful. He did look like he was going down very easy there. Egbe. Completely going out of position. Where he's like every other left back and right back that I've had. Maybe apart from Torrejon Moya. That's probably why he's survived so long. There's Dennis Zimmerman here. As Reynaldo's pointing to where he wants it, but I mean, if you're not going to make a telling run, then I'm never going to give it you. It's a free kick. I'd love to have Muller on this, but I don't even think we've got any kind of free kick taker. I don't want McEachran on it, because he's tall. Let's have Tremblay on it. What's going on there? Am I going to have to change it? Are you serious? So let's put Tremblay back on it. We're going to switch to someone else than McEachran, because apparently that's not allowed. Alright. I've got to be really quick. I've got Palacios. Oh, he's going for the bicycle kick. A centre-back going for the bicycle kick in the EFL Cup. Well played, lads. I like that idea. But the shot was probably not the best of ideas. Screw that bit of commentary up. But it's alright, staying in the edit. Here is Toby Martin. Well done. Probably the first one to go. In fact, you know what? Just to alleviate time constraints, I'll do all my subs at one time. So, Zimmerman. See, we got Wharton on the bench. So, he is someone that can come on. And that is something that I need to do. Unfortunately, one of these youngsters is not going to get on the field. But we need to do it. I'm not going to bring Payet on. Because, like I said, it is something that... The strikers were the weakest position anyway. And Ryan Moore, I'm not prepared to take a risk on Ryan Moore because I've never played him. Maybe a Belledo up, like further up in midfield. Then Noronha, 3 centre backs. Possibly Palacios playing there, so we got a bit of. No, Noronha's only 5'11". But that means that I will not be able to bring off Schaefer. Oh no, I can bring off Schaefer. That's it then. So Schaefer's coming on for Martin, Noronha in the middle, and Wharton. They are the subs. Eggbait's still captain, so we are going to the end of this match, no matter what scoreline. I mean, it kind of would be justified if it was a Bournemouth win, but I don't want that to be the case. Schaefer gets caught out immediately. Could you imagine if this ended up in the back of the net like it has? And it's remarkable. People say, I mean, I'm not in the scripted camp. I know that there are certain mechanics in the game where you're leading maybe 2 or 3-0 that the game gets tougher. I know that. Everybody knows that. But not in terms of scripted. Like fully scripted. But just take this into account. You know, the lad that scored the first goal in the 2-0 defeat from half-time. Benny Kofobi scored the second goal. That shows that he was banging in form. It's literally the same result. This is so bizarre. Obviously, it took them a little bit longer to get to this 2-0 scoreline. Still, if we somehow can find something... I mean, we do have Wharton on the field now, even though it will be a task for him to do anything right now. With this kind of mountain ahead of him.
Substitution imminent now.
There he is, Elliot Wharton.
It's Jordan Ibe.
It'd be a remarkable comeback. It would be a great little video, wouldn't it? Somehow, in 25 minutes, I could score 2, maybe 3. Go on, McEachran. Did take that, but it was just a bad touch. All this possession. Never really got anything going up front. Have we really tested the goalkeeper? So this is time that we need to go attacking. No ifs, no buts. Here's Elliot Wharton. Oh, bad touch. That's what you get for playing a centre-back in CDM. And all of a sudden, on the right-hand side of defence, we are very, very open indeed. Belledo could get that and done. Bournemouth are just on fire. It's a shame that Bristol City, you know when we won the FA Cup, Bristol City were our opponents in that semi-final, and it was a wonderful semi-final. And then a very lacklustre final itself. Would have been great to have Bristol City in the final. And if maybe I was playing a stronger side, this could have been an exquisite final in itself. But I was not going to let that happen. These kids have done marvellously well to get here. But they are going to fall short, unfortunately. Unless it's not a great pass to McEachran. Yeah, it wasn't a great pass to McEachran. Belledo hang himself. Hang his head in shame. Don't hang yourself, mate. Calm down. Noronha. Come on, we are getting further and further up the pitch. Elliot Wharton needs to go in, does go in. 13 minutes to get another. This would be wonderful, even though it is Elliot Walton. Didn't really want to bring him on, but whatever. We've still got 10 youngsters on the field. Lorenzo Backer, play it back. back. Fun. Here's Elliot Walton. And give it a Belledo. Nice. And trust the guy that I said was near enough Malachius Jr., a Belledo, to make a really poor pass. And really question the reason why I've just said could be the next Malachius Jr. 9 minutes to go. Is it time to go ultra attacking? I mean, not really that much time left. Oh, Egbe. Mora down there. That's going to be keepers. Come on there, lads. That's a huge throw by McMahon. And we are on the break. Come on, McMahon. Where's Elliot Wharton going? Thought he was going to give me at least a path. We've not got that far to go till the end of the game. Bournemouth only need to do this. Keep the ball. Keep calm, keep the ball. We need to chase it around. And look at that. They've played that out. They played us off the park, off the country. They get out and everywhere. We're in space at this point. We've been marked down as a UFO. Unbelievable. I mean, McMahon's tried to stretch out. That's the game right there, and that shows the gapping quality as Ide finishes the match off. At least we scored. Yeah, it's a shame, isn't it? But I mean, like I said, it is a breath of fresh air. We have lost in a final for the first time in absolutely ages in Youth Squad Legends. I know we've had one recently, speedrun, Finn Harps. In terms of Youth Squad Legends, it's been forever. And these lads, well, they are the epitome of the Youth Academy at a very early stage. They've got bags of potential, but they're not just there yet. We're not going to see Egbe lift a cup, which is a shame. We're not going to see Tremblay celebrate as well, which is... I don't know about Tremblay and Egbe. They might be playing a part in the future, hopefully. Great Premier League triumph. Maybe not this season, but the end final season should be a good one. Should we even watch the Bournemouth celebrations? I think we should. Final comments on this match. The best team won. The result is a good one to say that, like everybody else who thought that I'd done it on purpose, I thought that I'd screwed this up. Nah. So there you go. Bournemouth deserve it through like the 2 games that I'd played, as some randomer lifts up the trophy. I can't complain. My players can't complain. It's a piece of silverware that's unfortunately evaded us. Might get it next time around. There you go. I'm not watching the full celebrations. Forget that. So, match facts. The 5 shots, 5 on target. Shot accuracy of 100%. Can't really compete with that. You don't get a great performance like that from the AI every single time. This day, it was too much for us. It was way too much for us. Look at that, though. We went through Newcastle, Bolton, Chelsea to get to this stage. Proud of the team. Like I said, not going to complain with the result. Best team won on the day. Soppy comments, I know. The youngsters will definitely learn from this. This has been Cutsy. Thank you for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. If you've enjoyed it, then please give the video a like. And I will see you next time.